Feel the miracle. At Happy Science, the teaching of making efforts forms the marrow around which the entire body of the laws is structured. But all things have an opposite. While you follow the principle of making efforts and work hard day by day, many of you are probably stuck and unable to free yourself from your troubles and suffering. I want you to think deeply on why you are troubled and why you are suffering. If you think long and hard, most likely it will come down to one point: that it is because you are trying to protect yourself. Examine and check whether a desire to defend yourself might be directing your thoughts. All living creatures, humans, insects, and animals alike, were created with the ability to protect themselves. So, while self-protection is a natural instinct, I feel that there is an unfortunate element to it that has the opposite effect of making that person unhappy. 90% of your suffering is caused by your instincts for self-protection. One portion of that 90% is self-justification. Most likely, you are trying to justify yourself by thinking, I am in the right. I am hurting because of environmental, generational, and societal factors like what someone said or did, something that happened, social conditions, business conditions, family problems, problems with my parents, and problems with my kids. They are the reason that I suffer. People seek for reasons to justify their suffering, and in doing so, they look outwards for the cause of their problems. Chances are you think that the reason that you are unhappy now is because of other people, the accumulation of the words, deeds, and emotions of other people that you have met throughout your life. This line of thinking is actually one of the causes of your unhappiness. Another cause of the suffering that is a part of this want to defend yourself is its transformation into a desire to lash out and attack others. You see this more in people who are strong-headed or competitive by nature. These people don't just see themselves as victims. They accuse others, feel like they've been had, and actively despise, hate, and get angry at others. They seek revenge and tenaciously berate them for their wrongdoings. What's more, they pray for, pull strings, and spread rumors to effect the destruction of their enemies. Some people are like this, but I am not saying that they are bad. They are just ordinary people. This sort of mindset is very common, and it is a typical reaction. I often mention the value of practicing self-reflection in my talks. I encourage you to check through self-reflection whether your thoughts are being directed by defensiveness. More than likely, you will discover that you have these feelings. It is these feelings that are causing you pain and suffering. I regularly teach that you can overcome this suffering through the principle of making efforts. However, the subject of today's lecture is Feel the Miracle. So, I do not intend to discuss it simply by telling you about the teaching of self-help. I like to approach the subject from a different angle. Suffering comes from your feelings of self-protection. As long as you try and try to run away from that suffering, you will never be able to escape it. You just cannot do it. Give it up. Just give it up. Stop lashing out at others. Stop beating yourself up. Stop lashing out at your children, and accept that everything that is happening to you at any given moment is something that is meant to happen. Please understand that neither other people or the mistake you made caused the current situation, nor did it occur completely out of coincidence. The problems that have taken over your mind and are making you suffer were meant to occur. It is occurring because you need to face this challenge in your life right now. I hope you can see your problems in this way. Understand that the things that are happening to you now are not coincidental, but are happening because you need them to happen. The same holds true if your child gives you problems. Even if a child is born with a disability, there is, without a doubt, a reason for it. If you are having marital problems, then there is some sort of reason that they are coming out now. There is a reason for them emerging. There is a lesson to be learned. For some reason, the time has come when that problem must necessarily come to light. There is something to be learned from that problem. You must discover what the lesson is, and not turn that experience into an instrument that is used for blaming yourself or others. In the professional world, people often use analytical thinking, which poses inquiries into causes, analyzes them, and separates good from bad. This thinking explains, analyzes, and explains again, and tells you how to resolve your problems. This method of judgment and approach to problem resolution, used regularly in the workplace, is necessary for the resolution of the plethora of problems that occur there. However, shifting over to the world of religion, it is important to consider that these problems are happening for a reason, which is why you must avoid coming to a quick conclusion. Instead, strive to have a mind that can quietly accept that you are finally facing one of the problems inside your life's workbook of problems. Accept that you were meant to face it now. Realize that there is no such thing as coincidence in this world. Not all problems can be resolved in a professional, business-like manner. Accept this, and your path will surely open up to you. Also, try and take time to meditate. Calm your mind. Clear it of stray thoughts and stop trying to use judgment. Racing to judge and separate good from bad, the positive from the negative, front from back, right from left, in order to form conclusions, is the actual cause of your suffering. When meditating, first accept everything. Do not pass judgment. Think to yourself that the will of the universe has been made to manifest to you. As time passes, the meaning will become clear to you. There are some things that you will understand here in this world, and some that you will not comprehend until you return to heaven. I cannot say when you will gain an understanding, but it is my hope that you will realize that acceptance is a form of study. Take the example that people get sick. There are many things that you can learn through having a sickness. You can learn that the balance between your body and mind is out of sync, or that you are overconfident with regard to your own strength. Sickness teaches you to reevaluate your relationship with your family. Perhaps you hated your mother or father, and when they got sick, you awoke to your true feelings for them. Sickness helps you to understand others, and it also allows you to see your job from a different perspective. You can't just assume it's all bad, because some things are necessary. Without a doubt, there is something in that problem that is essential for the progression of your spirit in this life. Feel out for the will of the universe, the mind of God, the mind of Buddha. You all have the tendency to want your lives to sail to success without any stormy seas. There is not a single person whose life is planned that way. So while there are many pitfalls on the path ahead of you, you will only find out about them when you arrive at them. If you knew in advance that there was a hole in the road, it would be easy to get around it, wouldn't it? But you would not learn anything. Yes, it's a bit mean, and I'm sorry. But stumbling blocks are meant to be tripped over. And trip is exactly what you will do. Yes, you will assuredly stumble and fall. But when you do, consider that you did not fall coincidentally. That stumbling block was put in your path from the start. It was put there because it was necessary for you to trip on it. So trip, fall on your behind, look up at the starry sky and think. Your life will be sprinkled with many episodes like this. If you do not pass through these stages, you will never know yourself in the true sense, and you will never know others. You will never understand how others feel. Without going through these experiences, you will think that you understand much of the world, but in reality, you will be in the dark. So spend a night in that hole in the road, trapped and lonely. Gaze at the night sky, that starry sky. Then you will come to see just how much others have given you, and how much they have supported you. You will realize just how much you have overlooked the help of others, and that you have taken credit for things that you had no right to. These are the discoveries that you will make when you are in the depths of abandonment. When you find yourself wrapped in the arms of this great emotion, you will become one with the power of the universe. You will be in unity with that power. I invite you to embrace the belief that your problems are not there to make you suffer. They have been prepared to lead you to enlightenment, and all things will work out in the end. You stand at the threshold of the path to salvation when you understand that your problems happen out of necessity. When you stop thinking that your problems are the fault of others, the environment, the government, your company, and your family, and humbly accept the series of problems that you are dealing with as your own, then you will be at one with the universe. You will find salvation already being realized. Shall I go over what I have said one more time? I am telling you to entrust everything to God, to Buddha. Entrust your all to El Kantare. You will find a new buoyancy as you embrace acceptance. A great energy to live will well up inside you. Then a miracle will occur. You will realize that the world really isn't the hell that you thought it was. You will understand that the suffering you have endured as you struggled on your own isn't suffering at all, and that you are not writhing in the depths of hell. If you can do this, you will, before you know it, be swept with the current towards salvation. While I teach you about faith in words, I believe that few people have actually attained true belief. If you have true belief, things will happen exactly as I have taught. All of creation comes under the will of the universe. In one sense of the word, there is nothing that you, a single person, can force to happen. It is my desire that you will realize, even though, right now, you feel as if you are suffering in the crucible of hell, in reality, your spirit is being refined and forged into pure gold. This is a great act of compassion. As long as you are depending on your own strength and trying to protect yourself, the miracle will never happen. But just as I have said, the miracle will happen when you become one with the mind of the universe and entrust your very self to it. I hope that you will be able to extract that from experience. I invite you, starting today, to take some time each day to meditate, even if it is only for 15 minutes. Cease trying to resolve everything by your own devices and have a mind to accept things the way they are and embrace that which happens to you as it happens. Then reach out and feel the impending miracle.